Hello, every pony. That was embarrassing. When I got my first phone, the first thing I did was look up My Little Pony stuff. And that's how I got my grubby little fingers on apps like Tumblr and Amino. But we're not going to talk about Amino. We're just going to talk about Tumblr today. Tumblr is home to so much type of content, okay? There's fan art, there's fan fiction, there's memes, and there's blogs, and a lot of other stuff. But there's one category of blogs that I want to talk about, and that is Ask blogs. And I'm not exactly talking about Ask blogs, but I'm talking about a particular Ask blog. Ask Discorded Hooves! And I'm wearing the perfect shirt to match the topic. Isn't that great? I knew what I was doing. So, I'm sure if you are part of the My Little Pony part of Tumblr, you probably at least heard of Ask Discorded Hooves. And if you haven't, I bet you're wondering, oh my god, what is Ask Discorded Hooves? So this blog started in like 2011. Ask Discorded Hooves is an Ask blog that is story-based. If you don't know what an Ask blog is, basically there's an option on Tumblr where people can ask you questions, whether it's anonymous or they show their identity. Ask Discorded Hooves follows Dr. Hooves, the pony version of the Doctor, after he was forced into the MLP universe and regenerates into a pony. He was then corrupted by Discord, or discorded, and became a selfish coward. This blog also has some like sister blogs, for example, Ask Miss Twilight Sparkle, Ask the Time Master, I'm pretty sure Ask Serum is one, and Motherly Scootaloo, although I don't know if they just kind of did a collab thing, but I do know that they're within the same universe. And there's also a prequel blog called Ask Lovestruck Derpy, which takes place before the Doctor is discorded, and it's like their story together. So, for some background, Dr. Hooves originally looked like this little guy and was traveling with his companions at the time, Rory and Amy Pond. Because of the TARDIS malfunctioning, it decided, let's go to the Ponyverse! And because Amy and Rory's bodies could not handle morphing into a pony, they were basically crushed to death. But since the Doctor can regenerate, he was just fine. Nothing happened to him. He was good. The stuff that takes place after that entire thing is where Lovestruck Derpy takes place. The Doctor ended up getting corrupted or discorded after entering the Caverns of Truth, which is where it was assumed that Discord was staying in. After seeing the truth, as he calls it, the Doctor decided not to save the world from Discord and instead started his career in hating ponies, including himself, and being a coward, and being selfish, and being really sexual all the time. It's crazy how inappropriate that man is. Derpy then leaves him after that. Understandably so. There are times where the Doctor will have these moments of regaining his original brown hue, but they don't last long, and to my knowledge, there's not really a explanation for why he does that, he kind of regains his old self again. There's a lot of characters. So we're just gonna go over the major ones, the more important ones, or as I like to say, the cooler ones. Well, kind of cooler. There's some little rascals in there, but you know. Okay. Let's start with my girl, Derpy. Derpy is the first pony to meet the Doctor after he crash landed into the Ponyverse, or Equestria, making her his first companion as a pony. There's not much info on her, but basically the entire time she's with him, all he does is abuse her. And that is after he gets discorded. That's after. Here's a really funny story. The Doctor literally slept with her best friend just to spite her. And then he slept with 2 nurses in her hospital room in the bathroom. And I would like to mention, he literally put her in that hospital. He put her in that hospital. And he did that for the sole purpose of making her cry. Talk about a fucking freak. Oh my god. I remember reading that and I was disturbed. Now for Miss Twilight Sparkle. Twilight and the doctor met when the doctor was drunk, and she was like, we should be friends. And the doctor said, I don't need any friends. I'm too cool for it. And Twilight gives him a hug, and during the hug, he gropes her. He describes her ass as a marshmallow. And he just started calling her Marshmallow after that. That was her nickname. She also inevitably gives him her virginity because she felt bad for him. Damn. That's sad. So the two are technically dating, but I'm not sure they ever really made it official, but like, they're dating, basically. She does have a necklace that's connected to the TARDIS so that she can call him if anything happens. So, sounds like a little bit of a simp. A little bit of her backstory with the main six and what happened to them. Let's start with Pinkie Pie. Cupcakes is canon within this universe. That's how Rainbow Dash died. Fluttershy, after finding this out, she is implied to have... So, yeah, that's lovely. Rarity, she becomes Little Miss Rarity, and she basically locks herself away. Twilight says how she has seen some scars on Rarity, but that's about it. That's all she knows about Rarity. Then there's Applejack. Applejack became an alcoholic and is, I'm pretty sure, implied to be abusing Apple Bloom. It's a mess. Okay, Twilight is not having a good time, and apparently Princess Celestia basically abandoned Twilight. Fun times. Oh, fun fact, Twilight is suicidal because timeline's changing or something. Weird stuff. Now let's get on to my favorite, Captain Jack Harkness. Well, he's my favorite in Doctor Who. I just know he's really flirty in this. He is one of the Doctor's previous companions. So he was like in Doctor Who and, you know, stuff like that. And he got sucked into the Ponyverse because the Doctor got drunk and opened a wormhole and he got like sucked in, you know. He's immortal. He was able to become a pony just fine. No more crushing this time, you don't have to worry. He just burnt to a crisp. And then regenerated. There's not much to really know about him, but he basically noticed that the Doctor isn't the same, and he needed to do research on Discord. And they do like a bunch of stuff, they go gambling and stuff like that, and then the Daleks arrived, and they fucked shit up. And the Doctor, being the fucking asshole he is, basically sacrifices Jack to save himself because he's too much of a goddamn pussy. And it was all because Jack just wanted to stay and help all the other ponies that were there. This is why Jack's my favorite. After the Doctor leaves, he comes back and finds Jack all gray and discorded. And he's like super fucking moody and he's mad at him and he doesn't even want to be around him and he basically hates the Doctor. Our Doctor's like, hey, we need to get going, come on! And Jack, being the moody teenager he is, he's like, I'm not going anywhere with you. I'm gonna stay here and get killed by Daleks because I'm just so different and emo. Then the Master appears and a ton of other stuff happens, and then the Master's like kind of figures out the Doctor's there, and the Master's just like, you should run. And then the Doctor gets scared and he runs away and he takes Jack with him against Jack's will, and a lot of other stuff happened that I wasn't completely interested in rereading again, so I just kind of scrolled away. I'm such a good researcher, right? Like, now let's get to the fucking freak that is the Master. I hate this man. This guy has been the Doctor's arch nemesis slash boyfriend for a while. I mean, they're practically dating. They're weird. Okay, I don't know what's happening with them. There's just a lot of tension. I'm sorry. I'm getting trailed off. He's the last remaining Time Lord, excluding the Doctor. He was regenerated into a pony and pulled into the MLP-verse after sacrificing himself to send other Time Lords, long story, back into the time lock his TARDIS is now disguised as a rock. Or as Tom. Everyone knows Tom. Everyone loves Tom. I love Tom. Tom was great. He lived as a royal advisor to the princesses, Celestia and Luna, under the name Professor Patronet. He says that he can totally take over Equestria, but that it would be too boring without somebody stopping him, that somebody being his boyfriend. And he currently has this, like, I can fix him relationship with the Doctor. Oh! Yeah. Fun fact, again, the Doctor once stumbled into a poison jug, turned into a mare, and then slept with the Master. I'm not kidding. It's fucking hilarious to me how out of the 4 major characters that I just mentioned, only one of them did not sleep with the Doctor, and that was Derby. The rest of them have. And there's a lot of other people that he slept with as well. He slept with Granny Smith, Octavia, Rainbow Dash, Zecora, and just the fucking list goes on. I swear. So, now let's get into the juicy stuff that, like, made me want to make this video. So, one day, I got curious, and I looked up Ask Discorded controversy. I scrolled down a little bit, and lo and behold, there's a petition. So I click on it, I'm curious, and the petition is called Remove the Panel Immediately. This petition had 437 supporters. I'm gonna read this out to you, okay? I'm going to let you know, from where I stand, the darker side of the fandom is not what I will be talking about. It's not part of what the show is about, but if you choose to do that, that is your choice. It's not why we're here. It's not why I'm here. Nicole Oliver, voice actress of Princess Celestia. There's a reason for this. My Little Pony conventions are all ages conventions, as the target audience is children. This was in response to bringing up Princess Celestia in front of underage voice actresses. I actually have seen that clip before. It was so awkward to watch. Now there are plans by BronyCon to give a panel to Jitterbug, aka Bald Dumbo Rat, whose blogs Ask Zerum, Ask Discorded Hooves, and link blogs Ask the Time Master and Crossed Equestria make Princess Celestia look tame. I did, before making this, look up some of the blogs linked to Ask Discorded Hooves and stuff that Jitterbug was a part of. I looked at Crossed Equestria specifically, and I had to make a Fur Affinity account just to look at some of the pages from the remade version of Crossed Equestria because it was taken down on Tumblr. So it's apparently based off this other comic called Crossed. So just to lay it down for you on what Crossed is, it's gore porn. I feel like the amount of gore that's in it and what is put in it is insanely unnecessary. I was disgusted, like, looking through it, and the fact that it has as many issues as it does freaks me out, okay? Anyways, back onto the subject. The panel, according to the artist, is about Discorded Hooves. Some examples from the Safe for Work Ask Discorded Hooves. The Doctor beats Ditzy-Doo into a bloody mess, but is portrayed as a sympathetic and redeemable character. Twilight Sparkle attempting suicide around sexual innuendo. So basically, he's going to go visit Twilight. And people started kind of egging him on to do something inappropriate with her. And so he's got like rope and tape and stuff like that with him. And he enters Twilight's house and yeah. And then, you know what? After that, he almost punches her in the face. For some, I don't remember what, it was about the Master. Apparently, he was telling her to do something or something like that. And he raises his fist to punch her. And she apologizes for making him mad. After something like that happens to her. That's ridiculous! God! Sex with Rainbow Dash. Yeah, there's nine pictures, of just them being inappropriate. Lyra with her throat cut. Oh, I forgot to mention. In Twilight's universe, there is a unicorn serial killer that has been just going around killing a bunch of unicorns. Trixie also being one of those unicorns. And there's this really graphic drawing of Lyra without her horn and just really bad stuff. A crossover with sexual overtones with Lil Miss Rarity, a blog that glorifies self-harm and was actually banned from Tumblr. Blatant sexual overtones and imagery. Sexual contact and more sex. Yeah! Yep. That's definitely, yep. There are literally too many to list here, but they are easy to find wading through the blog's archive. That's true. There's so many sex scenes. Ask the Time Doctor and Cross Equestria both specify content. That's true. Cross Equestria also features brutal imagery which include the cake babies disemboweled and stuck in an oven. It was drawn. I don't fucking know what the hell's wrong with people and why they would draw dead babies, but that's, yep. Ask Zerum invites askers to give commands to a victim of abuse and several times have forced the character to show her privates to them. I have not read Ask Zerum, but that is very interesting. And also was implied to murder a child in the womb. Oh, what? I don't remember that! Jesus! This is not My Little Pony, and this is not what My Little Pony is about. This has no place in BronyCon in an official capacity where there are children, the target audience of the franchise, present. Yeah, I agree. Please send the message to BronyCon that this content is unacceptable for their audience. There's a victory, so the maker of the petition then let out this announcement. March 3rd, 2013. Hello everyone, there have been a few developments since the start of the petition, and since the original submitter of the discorded host panel has been informed of its takedown, I may now announce it as well. According to the staff, Jitterbug Jive had submitted the panel himself. It wasn't by their invitation. It wasn't supposed to be approved at all because it did not meet their guidelines as stated in the petition. But in management changes and miscommunications, apparently it had gone through without a full content check. That mistake was already in the process of being rectified before I put this petition up. But I want to thank everyone who signed it and for standing up and making your voice heard anyway. I hope this puts minds at ease, and I hope to see you all at BronyCon, because they are great people. See you in August, Drew Bailey. Oh! My God! That was certainly something. So, this was definitely a roller coaster. I honestly just wanted to talk about it. That's why I made this video. It's not really a research video. So, I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me fucking talk about this shit. Have a good day. Oh, bye!